Stay tuned. That's going to happen. So here we go. I just want to read this kind of bullet point for point because I found it really interesting. At every turn, President Trump's policy regarding coronavirus has unfolded as if guided by one rule. How can I make this worse?
That's how I feel about my life.
Trump's Oval Office speech of March 11th was the worst actions yet in a string of bad actions. Here's what the president didn't do in that speech. He didn't offer guidance or policy on how to prevent the spread of the disease. He offered no explanation of what went wrong with the testing system. He made no assurance of when the testing would become available. And here's the thing that's really bad. Layoffs are coming. Layoffs are coming in a lot of... I know buses are scaling back their service. People are losing jobs over this fucking thing. And there's no indication of when that's going to end.
No, they're hoping June, but...
We're almost at... The stock market's at like 2008 levels. Which was the financial crisis. Which, for me, I'm saying, if we had just fucking not killed Gaddafi and changed to cryptocurrency in 2008, we'd be fine. If we went to a gold-based currency rather than a U.S.-based currency, everyone in the world would be fine. We should have done that in 2008 when we had the chance, but no, we didn't. We pussed out. And now we are where we are.
Yeah. Bent over and screwed. Yep.
Sorry, people are... I hear people talking in the background because people don't like the things I have to say. But guess what? We whacked Gaddafi because Gaddafi wanted to pull out of the International Monetary Fund. He wanted to get rid of it. He wanted to go to a gold-backed currency, so we fucking whacked him. And now we are where we are financially, and this thing is going to fucking ruin the economy. A lot of people we don't like saw the writing on the wall and tried to do something about it. And under Obama, not Trump, we foiled all their plans and went back to the system that we now are suffering through again. Fucking not even 10 years later, here we are again. Or sorry, 12 years later, I guess I should say.
12 years, yeah.
NASA math. I hate to... I hate to say I told you so. No, I don't. This fucking podcast should be called I Told You So. I think I wanted to call it that, and there's already one called that. But come on, you guys. This is so... We are doing this. No one else is doing this. Governments aren't doing this. The Chinese aren't doing this. We are doing this now. It's in our hands. They released a very weak fucking test sniffle virus, and we all lost our fucking minds, and now we're tearing the fucking planet apart. It's not the Chinese, it's not Trump, it's us. We're being idiots. Solve the problem. It's not that hard. Don't be a retard. Wash your hands.
Well, it's ironic that you mentioned something about that, Eric, because I've come across something on the internet the other day. Been waiting for a chance to talk to you about it. There is a new, not as much conspiracy theory, but that's what we're going to call it anyways, about what caused not just the coronavirus, but every last epidemic and pandemic from the last century, starting in 1918 with the whatever the fucking flu was called back then, the European flu, whatever it was called.
I haven't really done the math and got from point A to point C yet, but I guarantee Sarah McLachlan has something to do with it.
Can't even blame her for this one right at the moment, so I'll have to wait for the new theory for her. But this one is fascinating in the sense that when you look at every major viral outbreak, so any sort of like a respiratory or a straight up virus style outbreak that has happened since 1918, and including the one of 1918, which is being referenced a lot lately, which it shouldn't be. But there's a one major significant event that happened within 6 months before each viral outbreak, and that was a new massive jump in a form of technology where something was released into the air. I will explain. In 1918 was the first radio waves put out. Right?
And this is
and they say that...
I know, you're going... This is the G5 thing you're talking about.
Yeah. That is the one. So basically the radio waves disrupt the human cells, and it activates and creates a virus in humans directly. Fast forward to another one, and then you had television. After television, then you had something else, and then you had wireless. Now everybody's got the phones in their pocket. But here's where it all connects with the coronavirus. And this I didn't know, but apparently it's actually true. I have yet to see it disproved. I've seen it verified a couple times. But the new one, the reason this one is hit, and what started this one was the new 5G network. And the reason how it gets connected is simply that the first town in the world to become fully 5G set up is Wuhan, China.
That is interesting. You brought that up last night.
And that was 6 months ago.
I don't know if it's... To me, it's probably just a fantastic coincidence, but I don't know. I have to look into the science.
Yeah, I mean, there's a tremendous amount to look into. I mean, it's a lot of information, but I just found it pretty fascinating.
It is fascinating. I don't see the link, but again, I don't know the science, but I don't see how radio waves cause a virus. It doesn't make sense that 5G, because if 5G caused this, why didn't 4G cause a little bit of this? Like, it doesn't make sense.
All I know is that long before 5G, when they started putting up cell phone towers on top of like apartment buildings and things like that, people living directly underneath these things were getting really sick. That's why they're not allowed. The full towers aren't allowed.
That's cancer, though, from the radiation from them. That makes sense. But if 5G caused COVID-19, how come 4G didn't cause something like it? And 3G and 2G.
Well, that's one did, but they weren't as severe because it wasn't as powerful. I
find that
so. Like, you need to look back to like
the other ones were so insignificant they didn't even get reported on, but this one is the worst thing to happen since 1918. That seems like a bit of a stretch to me.
No, I think because I'm pretty sure SARS was one of the other ones. And
I just mean
there's another
Gs,
virus
of the ones caused by the Gs. Like, other Gs would have caused a lesser 4G would have caused a lesser version of this if 5G is causing this.
Yes, one would assume. Or unless 5G is that powerful, that is the one that's activated. I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. I don't know about this shit.
Yeah.
I just talk about what I read.
And that's where I go, maybe I won't go to this weird country with the guy in the van. I don't think he's really giving me money. He's got a burnt-out Chevy van with no windows. Something doesn't add up here. I don't think he's rich. He doesn't appear rich. I think maybe this is trafficking. You got to just look. You don't need to be a scientist to go, wait a minute. We've had 4 other Gs that didn't cause anything. What is the difference between how much more fucking powerful can 5G be? It's only another G. They didn't go to like H or something. You just do the math. This is what I keep. You just do the math. Burnt out Chevy van, probably a human trafficker. Probably not going to give me money when we get to this weird country. 4 other G's didn't do shit. Every single person on the planet has a cell phone in their pocket. You know, this is like microwaves cause cancer. You know, people used to fucking put their baked potato in the microwave and then go hide in the living room till it went off. And then microwaves didn't kill anybody. That didn't happen because it's not true.
Yeah. I used to stick my face against it to watch it.
Actually, microwaves change the molecular structure of carbohydrates and make them less sugary, so they're actually better for you. If you microwave food, it's better. Especially if you're on keto, microwave everything. That's true. That's medical fact. Fact. Those don't go around very often anymore. Yeah, like rice. If you eat rice, you metabolize it into sugar, right? Like every other carb. But if you reheat rice the next day, it doesn't break down like that.
I always reheat my rice in the
You burn fat instead of sugar, and then you lose weight. That's how keto works, and microwave your shit. It helps. I swear to God. Yes, the God I don't believe in. Shut up. We gotta rein it in on the crazy. That's the problem with the World Wide Web, and I'm not saying anything is wrong with the web. It's what Gordon and I do, and I love that Gordon and I get to do this, and I love that 10,000 of you listen to us while we do it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But everyone can do what me and Gordon do, and that's the problem. Everyone is, and that's where people are getting their information from. Every nut job with a fucking whacked out theory and a nice website looks legit. And someone's going to believe his shit. Someone looks and they go, look at this website. This guy knows what he's talking about.
Clearly.
I get it all the time. I get
calls. Like, what are they expecting to see? A website with a bunch of ragtag fucking papers scattered across the front of the page of it? Like,
I get calls from people all the time who think I'm legit. I got a call from some company in Vancouver the other day asking me about staffing solutions and stuff. Just because my shit online looks good, and people go, "Oh, there's a guy that needs to buy some shit from us." I got invited to a fucking Google Creators thing last year. Couldn't even pronounce half the shit they were talking about, but they were like, "Yeah, this guy. Look at this guy's web presence. He must be something. He's not. Just a smart dude." But the problem is, the point I'm trying to make is, everyone online looks like they're legit. I can do you a website that looks amazing. I can bullshit I could sell a fucking ketchup popsicle to an old lady in white gloves. I can sell shit. And that's the problem. Everyone else can. I'm not saying I'm special. I'm saying everyone can do that. So everyone looks legit. So you have to be very discerning about who you listen to. Figure it out. Do the math. Look behind the scenes. Who sponsors their website? If it's a tobacco company saying vaping's bad, maybe vaping's not that bad. It's simple math in your head. Wait a minute. Why, this tobacco company just lost $20 billion, and now they're saying vaping's bad. Maybe it's because they just don't want to lose money on cigarettes anymore.
That's right.
They were all sponsored by Bloomberg. All the studies on vaping are all funded by Bloomberg, who owns tobacco. You gotta look into this shit. And the corona thing that's going around now, all the goddamn information, just watch who you listen to. Listen to me. Listen to half of Gord. Nah.
That's actually a very smart idea.
And figure it out for yourself. We functioned for many, many years. People functioned without watching the news. Like, without communication, we did good. Communication is very dangerous if used improperly. I know because I've used it both ways. You gotta just figure it out. Why are people do the math on why the fuck you're stockpiling toilet paper? what is that going to do for you? Other than if our electricity goes out, you've got kindling.